welcome back. This has been such a fabulous segment so far. I thank both of my guests, Lisa and Scarlett, for making this so interesting. I mean, gosh, I never would have thought to have done an episode where I'm talking about age under the umbrella of hypnosis and identity. I mean, it's all connected. All of these things are connected. So I want to explore further about how, if we could have a back and forth about your understandings and experiences of working with people across the age spectrum and what that's been like, and just kind of have a really casual, interesting conversation about this.
Well, I've worked with children as young as 3.5, and usually for visiting the bathroom issues, going from at home to doing visiting a bathroom at a school, a preschool, and separation issues and sleeping in your own bed issues, all the way to end-of-life issues with seniors. And if I may take a moment to talk about why hypnosis works,
Please.
where some other interventions just don't.
We should wave to this person.
I love it. There we go. There's our new best friend.
Live on camera.
Hey, let's invite her in and interview her.
Yeah.
That would be
really
wild.
Would you like to get hypnotized?
So,
Yes, really.
So why does hypnosis work, and why is it important for people dealing with, issues in their identity and age from young to old?
Well, I'll tell you why. The way that the human mind, Homo sapien mind, is constructed, only 12% has logic, reason, willpower. That's the thing that's never around when you need it. A voice.
About it.
Yep. And a decision making. 88% is subconscious. And just to put it in perspective, have you ever met anyone who's trying to lose weight?
Well, we're in LA, so
No, not in LA.
never.
Not in LA.
No, oh my god.
Oh my God. Not in the valley.
Oh my God, I'm so bad.
Well, 12% says, I will eat less and I will exercise more. And then the person goes to a buffet where there's cheesecake.
Right. A little
And-
self-defeating.
Well, no, watch why this works. Because 12% says, I will eat for my light and healthy body. 88% says, cheesecake. When I eat it, I feel good, not bad. That is very familiar to me. And then the 12% and the 88% take a vote. How's your math? You thought there'd be no math in this class today, right? And you can actually watch someone saying, I shouldn't be eating
And they eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
because the 88 will win over the 12% every time
Right.
with hypnosis, whether we have a 3-year-old or we have someone who's having end-of-life issues. All we need to do is slow down those brain waves. That's what hypnosis is. Hack into the subconscious and teach the subconscious it feels good, not bad, to eat for that light and healthy body. It feels good, not bad, to use that very interesting but unfamiliar bathroom. It feels good, not bad, to be able to separate from mom and dad, to take a risk, to go to school and experience who I am without mom and dad right there with me. To be able to be really brave, to go from the transition to this world to the world to come. And when we can make it familiar in hypnosis in the 88%, 12% says, with logic and reason I do this, 88% says I agree,
Right.
and now we have a profound and permanent change.
Wow. What are some issues that people who are seniors, for example, come to you with that you were able to, and you as well? What age ranges do you usually work with?
I usually work with people from 20s to 40s.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are comfortable working with me.
Interesting.
With seniors, did you take my class on seniors?
No.
You got to come next time I teach it. Seniors are dealing with the following things, and it's not what you think. First, it is creating a healthier relationship with their adult children. The second one is pain management, insomnia, don't laugh, romantic relationships.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who am I now that I don't have the big house? My spouse may have died. I don't have my identity of my career. Who am I now that I'm not who I used to be? Those are the main issues of seniors. They're called adjustment issues, transitional issues.
Seniors in many ways are made into a disappearing class of people. Once you hit a certain age, you're not considered worthy by society anymore. So it makes sense that, these existential questions are going to be coming up. And I think hypnosis could be a really great mode of self-realization. And
Well, what's frustrating to me about how it's a disappearing class, elderly people, is one reason is because they aren't considered beautiful anymore, right? Which is we briefly touched before.
Yeah.
And I think that the idea of beauty is obviously a personal opinion, but it's also not such a personal opinion with people because we're all hypnotized to think of beauty as a certain look. Especially
Right.
depending on where
Right.
you are. If you're in the United States, this is what beauty is. If you're in Africa, this is what beauty is.
Right.
And so I think it's nonsensical and crazy for a whole class of people to be disregarded because they don't wear makeup, because they don't have flawless skin, and
Right.
so on.
Right.
Well, you know what? It's interesting, Scarlett. You talk about hypnosis. We hypnotize our children with Disney. The beautiful girl, the young nubile girl, the slender girl.
Right.
She is the hero. We have ugly stepsisters. We have all stepmothers are evil. Did you know
Yeah.
that? Because they're older. We have the idea of the witch, the crone. We have mirror, mirror on the wall because the young one is the most beautiful one of all. And we take Disney, and the crazy thing is now it's being sent all over the world, Disney, so that everyone will have the same ideal of what is beautiful.
Right. Well, going back to talking about the subconscious mind, last week on my segment, I kind of touched a little bit upon issues surrounding implicit bias, which is a lot different than explicit bias. Explicit biases happen when people are self-aware of their prejudices against different types of people, whereas implicit biases, they have no idea that they're looking at somebody in such a way that their subconscious is deeming these persons inferior to them. So implicit bias is by and large based in our subconscious minds through this type of indoctrination that you're speaking of because of Disney and other forms of media.
course. And think about it. Every time we call a senior adorable,
It's
we are
infantilizing.
we are dismissing them, and we are saying you're invisible.
Right. Right. Well, it's very belittling, right?
Another challenging aspect of that, because I spent a lot of time thinking about that, is, okay, well, I'm a young person. I'm supposed to have it all right now, right? Well, I don't think of beauty definitely is the same way that a generic person would think of beauty as. And so I don't do things to myself that most normal girls from Miami, Florida would do to their bodies. I've had many women, mostly women, tell me, hey, Scarlett, why don't you wear more makeup? Hey, Scarlett, why don't you do your hair more? Hey, Scarlett, why aren't you coming and get your nails done with us?
Yeah.
And I'm left out, and I'm left out of bonding experiences as well as what is feminine. It's
Right.
feminine to get these nails done that are poisoning my bloodstream. It's feminine to, always talk about guys and worry about them and obsess over the phone and take a million selfies. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like
Right.
the pucker face, like there are certain things I feel
Right.
left out because I don't think that's beautiful.
I'll tell you why I am continuing to be so interested in working with you, Scarlett. It's because you transcend age. You have a wisdom, and you have an insight, and you have a professionalism, and it transcends how many years you've spent on planet Earth. For you to be taken seriously as a professional, it's hard when you are a young woman. A young man, you could be up and coming.
Right.
But as a young woman, why aren't you obsessed with reproduction, men, beauty, and attention?
Yeah, I mean, even now, at 30, and I look a little younger than 30. I get messages that say, like, why aren't you doing your hair like this? Why, just very basic, just kind of minimizing everything that I'm doing, negating from it anyway, just to focus on my exterior over. And it's like, look, like I have a mirror, I know how I look. It's so boring. It's very, masturbatory.
It is. It means it's a lot of fun, but it doesn't produce anything.
Correct. Yes.
And the thing about you having this kind of a show on this platform is a beautiful young woman in her 30s. You should really be reading off of a teleprompter about the news or the weather. The
Or the latest gossip.
Or the gossip, or what celebrity did what to whom, when, and why.
That's right.
For how long?
For how long? Instead, you are exploring deep, authentic, profound concepts using a vocabulary that is not accessible to everybody. And does it put you on the fringes to have a introspective, intelligent woman having an intelligent conversation with, dare I say it, men, and challenging them?
Yeah.
I mean, you are on the precipice of a revolution.
Right.
We have seen it all this week. It will continue, God willing, into the future.
Yes. Yes. So much wonderful things have come out of this in the past week. Well, on Saturday, anyway, with the women's marches. I'm not going to get too much into our Friday, this past Friday activities.
right.
But, we shouldn't dwell on it. All we can do
Yeah.
is move forward and bond together and understand that we are our own entities. We can fight beyond what society is imposing onto us. And I think that both of you, in your own ways, are exposing that transcendence, and it's beautiful, and I commend you. And I'm so honored to have you both here to have this conversation. I do have to wrap up today's show, so thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And don't forget to tune in on CBS. Look out for Lisa, the Hypno Mom, on The Doctors. Take care.